Welcome back, folks, for another episode of Weekend with Sam. Now, this episode pertains to the first week of September, which means Hot September is out, and I've been lacking sleep all this week. The grinds on the light tanks and medium tanks are very painful. Oh my god. It takes about 6 hours each day for me to grind the two missions out, and it's, oh god, it's rough. It is really rough. And I really hope the KV220 and the Type 62 is worth it. But you can just grind for the KV220 or the Type 62, or you don't have to grind at all, obviously. I'm not forcing you to, but you can choose to. So yeah, the grind is painful, I'm not gonna lie. It is really rough. So alright, but other than that, I also looked at the Armored Warfare PAX gameplay, the first reveal gameplay of that game. The game looks a lot like a cross between Battlefield 3 and World of Tanks. The interface looks a lot like Battlefield 3 with the blue HUD and whatnot and stuff like that, so it looks a lot like Battlefield 3. But the gameplay plays a lot like World of Tanks, so I mean, there's going to be a lot more competition between Wargaming and War Thunder, obviously. So they're going to be the trifecta, I presume, of tank gameplay. So that's going to make Wargaming step up their game and try to add more features or improvements to World of Tanks, obviously. So I try to play War Thunder, but my computer can't run it. So don't blame me if I'm not going to post up War Thunder content, because I cannot run the game, obviously. So, and I suck with aircraft. I'm disorienting when I'm driving or piloting an aircraft. So blame my computer. Fuck it. But other than that, another major update with this week is the release of the 9.3 public test server. Now, a lot of people trying to queue up for the light tanks on the public test server, and you can imagine the matchmaker trying to find a game where 80% of the tanks are light tanks. So that's going to break the system. But I've been having fun with the light tanks, the new light tanks, and you can look at any of my previous video on the light tanks information and whatnot. But I did 2 videos already for the new light tanks, the T49 as well as the Spot Panzer RU251. So you can click on the links on this page to go to any of the videos I posted this week. But let's go to the major plot points of this week, as well as my channel updates. So here are the major plot points or updates with this week. So the 9.3 public test server is up, and have fun, folks, because the queue for that server is ridiculous now, obviously. But it wasn't as bad yesterday because people have jobs and stuff to do. So it's a weekend, what do you expect? But it should be easier to get in a queue or get into the game on Mondays or the weekdays, so be patient with it. But yeah, I got a few videos up if you cannot get into a game, so you can watch the videos and whatnot. But premium vehicles are also getting a boost to crew XP, so that's going to be pretty nice. So what happens is Wargaming step up their premium vehicles because not a lot of people is buying premium vehicles. So what happens is the premium vehicles are getting more crew XP multiplier for every tier, and more battle XP multiplier for every XP you want to get. Now normally I turn on accelerated crew training, which turns the battle XP into crew XP, but you can still collect normal XP without turning on the accelerated crew training. Now you still have to use gold to convert those free XP into free XP, or the tanks XP into free XP. But if you are accelerating the crew training, this is basically turning into crew XP. So it's going to here. But all in all, the crew XP for getting your crews up is going to be increased with premium tanks now. So it's going to be pretty nice. And this will happen with a micro patch on September 12th. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Alright. But other than the premium vehicle boost from the micro patch on September 12th, the ASAP video is out right now for the 9.3 patch update. But it is in Russian, so I'm going to put the link up right now for that video. You can click on the closed captioning to turn on English so you can see what the guys are saying, obviously. So pause right now if you don't want anything spoiled from that video. But there are Easter eggs within that video, which I'm going to talk about right now. So what I'm talking about is if you pause the video at 1 minute and 27 seconds, you can see 2 new tanks in the game when they're demonstrating the T49. That this tank is obviously the T-28, the tier 4 medium tank for the Russians before the KV-1. So everybody knows and hate this tank, obviously. But this tank right here is the AC-4, the Sentinel tank. Sentinel, I can't even pronounce. Sentinel tank from Australia. Now, Australians developed this tank, this cruiser tank, to fight the Japanese in the Pacific theater of World War II. So this is probably going to be a tier 5 premium British tank. Now that's going to be pretty cool. And this tank right here is the T-54E2. This is a non-auto-loading version of the T-54E1 with a 105mm cannon. So this tank is a very old model. It's about 2 years old, in fact. So I don't know when Wargaming is going to implement this tank into the game, but they're still thinking about it. So yeah, that's going to take some time. But if you look at Tank Inspector, where the hell is my Tank Inspector? I turned it on for a reason. You can see a special tank in the American tech tree. So if you look at this, Americans have a special tank right here at the bottom. This is not implemented, but the model is already made up. This is the T-95E6, the tier 10 version of the T-54E2. So this is likely the line for the T-54E2, obviously. But you already see this model of this tank, obviously. So there are some Easter eggs within the video about which tanks are coming up soon and which tanks aren't. So that's going to be pretty cool. But alright, so next picture. So here's the in-game model of the T-54E2. It looks a lot like the T-54E1, except it has a longer but smaller turret to fit the single-shot 105mm cannon. It also has the same wedge egg-shaped hull armor as the T-54E1. However, it looks smaller than the T-54E1, so that's going to be pretty cool. Still have a Commander's Cupola weakness, so alright. So here is the AC-4 Sentinel tank. Now, this is a nipple. I don't know if it is a machine gun or it looks more like a machine gun. So it's probably the Mark IV version of the AC tanks. But it is a cruiser tank from Australia, and it's probably going to be a premium tier 5 British tank. So, alright, that might be coming up soon. But however, there's also a new leaked tank that's being tested right now, and it is the M56 Scorpion. So I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push out. But I'm gonna post the new leaked video for the M56 Scorpion coming up soon. But this is going to be a premium tier 8 American tank destroyer with no armor, none whatsoever, and a 90mm gun. So it's going to be a tier 8 premium Hellcat. So I'm gonna talk about this tank soon, but just be patient and wait for it. Puss the video. Oh God, Sam, what are you thinking about? Jesus Christ.
Joseph P. Brenner. What's a P stand?
Pussy.
Yes, Arnold, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. So the 9.3 patch should be around early October or so. So that'll give it about 3 weeks from now. That's the same amount of time between the 9.2 public test server to the 9.2 update. So give it about 3 weeks. So it's going to be around early October or so. So be patient. Hot September progress and easy tricks. What I found out is that lower tier light tanks and medium tanks are easier to play and easier to get XP out of it than high tier medium tanks and light tanks, in my opinion. But here's a match with my T71 as well as my Crusader. Now I've been doing well in these lower tier games and getting a lot of damage done. So yeah, 3,500 damage. Yeah, a light tank. Jesus Christ. 1,000 spotting damage. So you can do well in lower tier game and it will still count. The amount of kills counts at low tier. So it's easier to get kills at lower tiers than high tiers, obviously. So try to play lower tier than high tier, in my opinion. Such as the Crusader. I wreck face in that game. Oh my god, it's so funny. But still, the Crusader is a light tank, but it gets medium tank matchmaking. So it will wreck face if it's a tier 5 maximum game. So that's going to be pretty crazy. So these are the two tanks I've been doing well in. Not the AMX 1390. So, ugh. But this weekend's event complements Hot September. such as the free vertical stabilizer and free coated optics. So it complements what you're doing with the grind for the light tanks and medium tanks. But you can also play heavy tanks if you want, if you have free time, or if you don't care about hot September, obviously. For a large caliber gun rammer, you can also get binocular telescopes for TDs and hand scuttling drive for artillery. So that's going to be pretty nice. And there's an extra 3x bonus for random battles once per day in each vehicle. So that's going to be pretty cool. But other than that, alright. So future stuff. I already recorded the Walking Dead finale, and I'm going to post that up soon if I have time with better internet connection. But it is 1 hour and 45 minutes or so, so it's going to take a lot of broadband width, whatever. So it's going to take a lot of internet to work out that thing. So it's coming soon. But I'm going to have more public test server stuff up soon, such as the Bulldog review and the LTTB and the T-54 Light. So those three tanks looks decent. The T-37 looks okay. It doesn't look exciting or stuff, so it's like a Chafee, but alright. The new Chafee I heard is very fun. It's faster than the old Chafee and more maneuverable, so that's going to be pretty cool. And there's a new tank destroyer, the premium tier 8 American tank destroyer, the M56 Scorpion. I'm going to put a leaked video up for that soon as well. And I also haven't done a review for my current tanks. So I haven't done a tank review in like a month or so, or 2 weeks. So we're going to do a tank review soon. So that's going to be pretty sweet. But before we end the video, here's a subscriber shout out. Now I've been playing with IMO Mead for the RU251 video. And I'd like to make a shout out for him because he's a pretty cool guy. He knows what he's doing. He's a very good player too. So where the hell is his YouTube channel? So here's one of my subscribers called IMO Mead, and we've been playing a few games on the test server as well as the live server. So he's a pretty cool guy, and here's a subscriber shout out for him. So good job, man. He's a very good player too. So I'm not the best player, but he's very good. So yeah, I'm a crap player. I just go around stupidly. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Weekend with Sam and my channel update or whatever you call it. But if you have anything to comment, let me know, because I like your guys' feedbacks and stuff like that. So comment below and rate this video if you can. It helps me out a lot. So other than that, hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.